Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we are moving to our online Google Forms for pre-board examination 2020. As we all know that from today we have another imposed lockdown due to COVID pandemic. So in order to continue our learning activity under which we are appearing in pre-board examination for the session 2020-21. So in this regard, you all have to appear your pre-board exam through Google Forms. Clear? In this respect, certain changes are there for your paper pattern. Like in computer science, your paper timing is 1 hour 20 minutes and maximum marks are same 55. And overall we have three sections, as we have section A, B and C. Section A has 20 marks for 20 MCQs. For this section you will be allowed 20 minutes. Your first section, means section A of MCQs, will be shared to you through a Google form link. Means your first Google form for MCQs will be shared to you and you will attempt your 20 MCQs first. After submission of this MCQs, then you will be shared another Google form for section B and C. For this you will get 1 hour to attempt your Google form of section B and C. In section B, the changes that we have done with your paper pattern is, normally we have 10 questions and you have to attempt the 7 out of them. But here in this online attempt of pre-board, we have shut down the total number of short questions from 10 to 7, and then you have to attempt 5 out of them and each carries 5 marks. So it means section B is of 25 marks. And section C, in this section you will have 2 long questions and you have to attempt 1 out of them. And every question has 2 parts and one question will have 10 marks and 5 marks for each part. Hopefully the pattern is now clear to you. Okay. At your given paper time, you will be shared the Google links at your class groups. From that link, you will go to your paper attempt. Like here at the first section of your MCQs, these are your required fields for your proper data record management for your results. For this purpose, you first have to give your proper email addresses. First email address, then you will give your class roll numbers. Afterwards, you will type your name. Then you must have to give your class sections, like if you are from 10th Rose, Jasmine or Tulip. Like I am giving my class is 10th Rose. So here your first part is completed now. If you missed any of this part of this section, like you don't give your email, a roll number or any of other field, then you can't go to the next part. Clear? Because these are the mandatory fields you must have to fill up. Then after filling the first 4 fields, then you will click at this next button. After here you have the same note that in this paper we have 3 main sections, 20 MCQs in section A, 7 short questions in section B, from which you will attempt 5, and then section C will have 2 long questions overall, but you have to attempt 1 out of them. Clear? then simply tap at the next button. Here comes your MCQs. Clear? These are just model MCQs, not from your paper. So the first step in the process of problem solving is to define the problem, and similarly you must have to carefully read out your all stems to attempt your MCQs. Like, as you have completed your response to this MCQs part of paper, then you will submit it. Before tapping at the submit button, must go through or revise your selected options. If you are damn sure with your selections, then what you will do, simply tap at the submit button, because after submission of this attempt you can't edit your options, you can't edit your selections. Clear? And even you can't attempt another to this section of the paper, because here you have to give only one response to the MCQs and the next section of your paper. Clear? So after completing your MCQs attempt, you will just simply click at the submit button. As submission is completed, you will get the feedback that your response has been recorded. Clear? Okay, then comes your second part of the paper. At the required time you will be shared the second form of your link for your second part. Clear? From your WhatsApp group you will simply tap at that second part. Second part will be started over here. Again, here you will give your exactly the same email ID under which you have attempted the MCQ section. And similarly, you must have to give the same required fields for your result record. So after it, tap at the next button. Here comes your second part, B section, short questions, and overall for section B and C you have 1 hour. Clear? From the given 5 choices of short questions, you will attempt any 5 of them as per your choice. Clear? Here, and every sub part of your second question means second question is of short questions. Clear? So every part has its own number. So when you will attempt your question for written questions, must mention properly the number of your question part and question number. Clear? Okay, here you can see that you have different type of questions, short questions. With some question you may have the add file option, and some questions are without this option. What does this mean? It means sometimes some questions are easier to write down for you, as we are attempting mostly the papers through our Android. So, and using Android and giving attempt to your certain type of questions are harder for student. So in this regard we have used another option to add the file. Means you will just simply write down the answers on your answer sheet, and you will take picture of that answer, and you will add that picture over here with this option. Clear? Like how? Question number 2, part 3. You must have to prepare your answer sheets properly with complete the required details of your pre-board exam, your class, subject, roll number, name, and then give proper question numbering and part numbering, and attempt it means write it at your answer sheet. After that, when you have written the questions after viewing here, then you will simply add the pictures. How you will add pictures? Simply tap at this add file. After this add file, you will get another dialog box of insert file. From here, you will select the file from your device. Click on it. It will give you another choice of selection or action. Means you can take the picture at the time through these camera apps. Or if you have taken the pictures and you have stored them in your gallery, then you can also go for the gallery. Depending upon your Androids, you will go to your gallery. Clear? So from this gallery, you will add the required picture that you have already taken through your camera apps, and as per your requirement you have cropped down your images. Clear? Like here I have my first question for this part of question number 2, part 3. So I have added over here and simply tap on upload. So uploading will be there, and your question number 2 part 3 written part will be added with this insert or add file option. This uploading of file may take some time. So here you can see that you have just write down your answer at the answer sheet, and you have taken the image, saved at your gallery, or you can use the current option of camera with this add picture. Like here in second part, question number 2, second part, we are going to take picture. For this purpose, what we will do, click at add file and then go to select file from your device and then select the here is your second part attempt, take image. And then simply tap on OK if it looks okay to you. Otherwise, you can simply add from your gallery. Just tapping at this file option, you will go to your files manager, from where you will select your required gallery folder, and then you will select your image from the gallery and simply click at this upload option. Your file will be uploaded. This is your written attempt for another part of your question number 2. As the uploading will be completed, then you will type the answers to the rest of questions on the Google form, which are easier to write down. Clear? Like here, why it is important to include header files in every C program. Here you will type your response to this question. Then say next question, list down modules. You will simply list down the modules. Define the most frequently encountered variable matrix of an algorithm. You will type the answer, and again go through these responses. If you are okay, you are confident, then simply tap at the next button. Here comes your section C, long questions. Here you have 2 questions actually, question number 3 and 4. Whatever you are attempting, you have to attempt its 2 parts. Then the question will be completed. One part is have to be written at the form, and at second part, like if you are attempting question number 4, and question number 4 first part you have to write down at the answer sheet. So you will add its image by tapping at add file. Same procedure. going to the files and then selecting the required image from the gallery folder. After selection of the folder, we will simply tap at the required image of the attempt and then we will add it. The rest of the part of question is to be attempted at the form, and then we will simply click at the submit button. Second part will be attempted at the form. Clear? If you want to get the response of your copy of your response, you will tap on it, send me a copy of my responses, otherwise leave it, and then reassuring that you have attempted correctly, simply press at this submit button. Again, you can attempt only once for your pre-board examination through these online Google Forms. After submission, you can't edit any of your response. Clear? Hopefully with this tutorial you are easily attempt your online Google Forms. Okay, best of luck. Thank you. Don't forget to submit your form. Then you will get a feedback response that your attempt is submitted. Response is recorded successfully. Clear? Okay. Best of luck. Thank you.